Welcome to our podcast where we dive into the latest entertainment stories and political views. Before we start, we always ask you, make sure you smash that like and that subscribe button. It will help us, and we will really, really appreciate that. That's Robbie. I'm Carlos, and this is the last fucking word. Robbie, what's going on with you today?
Oh dear. You know, it's been a busy week. But you know what I'm really excited about is that the NBA season just started
Oh, okay.
and my Laker team is getting going, and I know all the, Bronny and all that drama, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I'm actually enjoying the NFL season this year so far too. The KC is undefeated, and yeah, otherwise it's good in sports, but how are you doing?
I am well. No, Portland Trailblazers.
Oh dear, nobody knows that team anymore. Damian left, so he's in New York or wherever now, or where is he at? He's in Milwaukee. So yeah, the Portland Trailblazers are back to zero. You know what I mean? Which is fine. If you would have stayed here, actually, the team would have not done so bad. But I actually got to see my first game like last season at the stadium, and it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool atmosphere and stuff like that. It's not the Lakers, but they have a good fan base here in Portland.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, the that whole LeBron and Bronny thing is just so we're gonna talk about that some other time, but I just it's crazy how that works and how
It's amazing though to see that in history to like be playing with
it
your father.
is.
That's crazy. Could you imagine the nerves on you? I would be. I mean, that's hard to like wrap your brain even at that age. So I mean,
Yeah,
for Bronny to even be at all that attention on him, that's a lot. So
kind of.
it's a whole
But,
nother show.
we would definitely unpack what that story because to me there's a story in there that I want to talk about, but that's today. But let's break this down. Um, Kamala Harris right now is at 49% nationally, and Trump is at 45%, and that's for the national polls right now. So we know that um, the trajectory to winning she's on a trajectory to win the popular vote. We know that, and she will more than likely do that. But as far as the electoral college, a little bit different. So the question I'm posing right now, we're gonna be conversing about is if Trump loses, if he loses the election, what happens? And I mean the transfer of power. I mean, is there going to be another January 6th? How do we kind of circumvent that whole process?
Oh boy, man. I'm still not even over January 6th. I think that was like the most stressful week since 9/11. Honestly. I mean, I think we were all suffering from PTSD from that, just what could have came. But I think at this point, if he loses, this is just going to be his last hurrah. This is going to be the last of the MAGA movement, most likely, unless JD Vance wants to take the torch. Good for him. But I think they're going to have a little bit of a freak out. I think there's going to be some sore losers out there. I don't know how much he could do or could afford to try to keep himself in office. You can fight it, but he's got a lot of things pending here. He's got some court cases coming up that he's got to make some appearances to. He's got to pay some money for. As far as I know, his campaign's broke. Like they're not doing too well when it comes to financing and whatever. So, can he afford it? How long can you afford to? And to me, not to be jumping around, I don't feel like he wants to be there. I think the only reason why he's doing this is to keep himself out of, legal issues. Clearly, so once those legal issues like start piling up after this election, I don't even know he's going to have the gumshoe for this. How is he going to be president? You're going to be in prison most likely, and I don't think also state by state people are going to want to play that game right now. People want a clean transfer of power. We need to get some agenda. We need to get some shit done. I don't think these states are going to put up with it right now. I think I think if anything, our defenses are going to be up.
So
Uh,
so so you projecting a win for Kamala?
oh
Well,
yes,
Kamala.
for sure, for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So with him, with Joe Biden being actually in the White House, right? Um, I think the potential of there being another January 6th is extremely low. I think Trump can really deny, he can deny, and, rev the troops up to try to take the White House, I mean, take over the Capitol again like he did before, do whatever,
Most of
cause
his
these
troops
kind
are in jail.
Right, right. But he could potentially try to cause some, some political violence, with his rhetoric or whatever, and that could happen. It could really happen all over the country. It may not just be in the capital. Because remember, when they did the January 6th committee and all that stuff was happening, everything was happening like months and months prior. So you don't know what's happening right now that will come out a year from now that they're trying to do in the case of a election that was fairly lost.
Yeah, I just feel like if anything, the feds are probably looking at all these aspects a little bit ahead of time. Therefore, we have a lot of warning and to protect ourselves and have our defenses up in the case that there's like a revolt because he lost. However, I don't think he has a big enough fan base to actually make an impact. I think he thought on January 6th that everybody else in other states were going to rise up and have a revolt just like that, and it didn't happen.
Hmm.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, Americans are lazy. They're not going to get up and protest for Donald Trump and break windows and have like a Black Lives Matter movement. Is just not going to happen. People got to go to work the next day.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be pretty forgotten pretty fast, and I think his fan base is going to move on pretty fast after he
yeah.
loses.
And will the Republican Party rebuild if he loses? No January
Yeah,
6th happens. Will they
I
rebuild? Who do you think will be their the nucleus of that party going forward?
That's hard to say because I think the party's going to split up in two. Honestly, I mean, it was kind of already doing that before when the Tea Party came about. So I y- you know who I would wish to be the face would probably be Mark Cuban. I think he's probably what the Republican Party should be looking up to when it comes to like creating an ideology and going forward with that. Like to me, he's middle ground and he has a lot of great ideas. He explains why you would cancel a lot of big departments federally and how you would pay for it and how you would, and, how you would advance for it. But like right now, Nikki Haley to me is a little flippity floppity. I don't really believe her in her as like a good leader. I still think that she would just tend to be bought out, just like as she always. But they need to go young. They don't need to go radical because I think we know now that radical is not going to work. It's not going to win them elections. Definitely not on the state level. I think people are stupid. That
Wait,
people
wait.
are
Mark Cuban, you talking about Dallas billionaire,
yes,
right?
yes.
Is he independent or is he a
He's a
Democrat?
Republican.
Oh, he's a Republican.
He's
He's
a
just like
Republican.
Republican against Trump this time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He doesn't like Trump at all.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it, got it. I mean, I think he does have some great ideas, especially being a real billionaire. I think he'll be great
Self-made billionaire.
to be in
Yeah,
the front.
he's a genius. That's the direction he is. He takes all the radical politics out of it, and he has policies that would actually work and progress. And I would vote Republican if that dude. He's not going to. No, he's doing a lot of things in healthcare right now, changing the game in healthcare, making it cheaper for us to get our medicines and stuff. So
Hmm.
we need him in that front, and unfortunately, you have people like Elon Musk who could possibly be a leader. He's in charge of so much information, but the guy is just looking for himself. Like he's not, to me, these are not people who are looking out for the country. They're not trying to progress things. They're just trying to get richer. We don't need people to get richer. We
Yeah,
need
we
people
we
to
not.
help things.
Yeah, we're not even gonna get into Elon Musk. That's a whole nother situation that I'm a curve because he's just like I just can't with Elon
And
Musk.
the
But
Republican Party needs to get more diverse. Some of these old timers need to die off. We're
I
done
mean,
with
they're
them.
going they're going to die off.
Yeah,
But I
they're
don't.
old. We're done
But
with them.
but remember, diversity to me, that's an ideology. That means there's first of all, we know there's strength in diversity when you have all types of people inside in your party, and I just don't think that is the focal point of the Republican Party, and even going forward, I don't even know if that will be. Let's say, for example, if Liv, what's her name, Romney, and what's the other one, Rom, no, I said Mitt
Cheney,
Romney. I think I up to two. Um, Liv, what Cheney,
Liz
Cheney,
Cheney,
Liv Cheney. What's her name?
Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney
Hmm.
and Mitt Romney. They're two. They're to me. They're same kind of GOP party, But you just said you would like somebody, young and someone with a different perspective that could bring everybody into the tent. And I don't see any of them with the way that they've all voted with Trump 95 to 99% of the time. I don't see them as change. I don't see them as they're just opposing Trump to me. They're not changing anything. They're not moving the needle. I think if you're going to have an extensive uprise of a new Republican Party, to me, it has to be someone that's in the middle, like an independent that's going to, go over to like cinema, what's his name? McChannon? What's his name?
Yeah,
The
or
clown
Mansion.
Mansion. Like
Yeah.
you need somebody like that who's going to kind of galvanize that party into a new beginning. Because I don't think the older
But what's
people
the
are not
new
going.
beginning for them though? Because they don't have any ideas. They don't has what has the Republican Party presented to us as Americans to say we want to work on besides trying to fix things or trying to fix the border. What's your infrastructure plan?
Right.
What's you know what I mean? Like how do you see us in the future? Like that to me, we need somebody young enough who's in there who is not tied to religious pacts, who actually want to do things, who want to build things. We need a bullet train across the U.S. You know what I mean? We have people who still don't even have Wi-Fi in some neighborhoods. That's absolutely ridiculous shit.
Yeah, I mean, you need a
It's
strong party.
ridiculous shit. We are so far behind in some other modern countries, and we call ourselves the best country in the world. Come on now. We need a Republican Party that has a plan to bring us into the future. We need to be more advanced here. We need to stop playing these games about religion and abortion and the border. We need to move on from these subjects.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like I said, the just for all those, everybody should know. Well, the election is November 5th. November 5th, you can vote early. A lot
Register.
of people are voting early. I got my ballot like last week, and I'm going to be, you know, writing and sending it in probably this week, just to vote early. So make sure you guys vote early. One last thing before we move on from this topic, um, Tina Peters. You know who that is?
I don't actually.
She's okay. Peters is Colorado. She was a clerk, a LA clerk in Colorado. She just got 9 years for election interference.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, in Colorado. If you guys get a chance, look at the video and how the judge actually called her a charlatan. And it's an amazing video because it's really a referendum of Donald Trump and what he stands for, and in the way that he assessed her whole trial and her whole deposition. It's really, 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 really a good watch. It's like maybe 9 minutes. If you can find it, take a look at what he said. What she ended up doing is she ended up getting indicted because she had, the voting machine. She wanted to go into the voting machines, and she brought someone illegal in to check the voting machines to try to take the voting machines out to see if there was some kind of falsehoods about the voting, and it was illegal for her to do that. So the judge, gave her 9 years in prison for her lies. I mean, 9 years of her life is gone. She's 74 years old, so she's not a spring chicken, and it's unfortunate that happened like that. And I'm just hoping, as we were talking about January 6th, I'm hoping people have learned from all those people who have gone to jail, all the January 6ers, Mike Flynn, Bannon. I mean, the list goes on and on. Your boy Giovanni, or whatever his name is, New York mayor, he's about to go to jail. Like, it's just so much going on. I'm just hoping everybody, this time around, don't, put themselves in a situation where they have to be seeking legal.
Yeah,
legal action.
just like play your part, vote, and chill out. Shit.
Yeah, just chill out. Just go on about your business. Go on about your business. Anyway, that's that. So we'll see. Remember, November 5th, make sure you vote.